welcome to the Third and Wrong podcast on this Thursday evening. It seems to be just the OGs here today, and we have got our big man back from Germany. So, Ollie, how was Frankfurt, and have you got over the devastating Patriots loss yet?
Mate, I've got over Patriots losing after week 4 when we went to 1-3. Yeah, I mean, there's been so much talk, so much stuff going on about it ever since, with Belichick's going, Max going, this, and that. We're in tank mode with Zappi should be in or Malik coming, and blah 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 blah. When you support a club and you're getting to a point now where you don't really care about them losing.
Oh
God.
yeah, I've had that many years for Bolton.
Yeah, and it's like, so I've just kind of gone. I'll tell you what, I don't mind. If we lose, we lose. It's great to see them out there watching or seeing live. Still get frustrated with the play calling. Still get frustrated with the throws. But yeah. It is what it is at the end of the day, so I'm used to it now.
I actually remember watching Bolton just being like, "Yeah, we've lost. We got relegated from the Championship. Cool."
And now you're fighting mighty Cheltenham week in and week out.
Mighty Cheltenham. What was the song we were singing there again? Yes, we're Bolton Wanderers. We're taking the piss, being 3-0 up at half time. Not much mighty about that, Cheltenham, is there?
Oh, the best one I heard. No, I mean, well, we've already broken the swear barrier. Hello, Callum with the boom. Cloverfield. Mr. Perrins is in McDonald's, as Shane has alluded to. And hello, Mr. Ferrero, DJ. It was great to see you in Germany last weekend in the queue for Pat's house and around Pat's house. So that was great to see you all.
I feel like me, Ollie, and Shane are all students of Mr. Perrins.
Oh, yes. We learn something new every day. I just seen on there. Yeah, it was really good atmosphere. I mean, yeah, the game was sucked. The result sucked.
The game is sort of 3.5 hours of my life. I'm not going to get back.
As you've seen the games and you've seen drab games in stadiums and all that. We've seen quite a few over here. The game, it went reasonably quick, apart from the German who was about 4 rows in front of me. I don't actually think he sat down the whole game, which was really annoying. But overall,
as Clover said, he is God, Perrins is life.
Please don't give him any more of a big head already. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we watched it and Mac's head went after after he threw that pick, his head went and he was uncontrollable. His teammates couldn't get to him. His player. So I understand the benching, because he would have thrown horrific thing.
Shane is David said loved it. The house was lucky to see you and Kelly. Also, the whole Butler situation was unbelievable. Memories of a lifetime.
Yeah, I had a good couple of minute chat with Mr. Malcolm Butler, the Super Bowl winning.
And Kelly has said the fan zone was brilliant. Such an amazing atmosphere. Loved it.
Oh, it was absolutely brilliant. So I've dropped a vlog of the weekend. Obviously, us flying out. Obviously, Patriots House, the game day itself. Go and have a look. It's on our YouTube channel. It's about 13, 14
I loved how awake you sounded at 6 a.m.
Mate, I could not get to sleep. I was in bed watching Enemy of the State. I mean, it's a brilliant film anyway. So I was watching Enemy of the State and I just couldn't get to sleep. And I turned off about 11:45. I just couldn't get to sleep. And it's like, I don't know if
you were that excited.
So yeah, it was brilliant. The whole weekend was great. Tiredness setting in. I still think I'm still recovering now. But yeah, it's if you ever get to go out to see a Germany game, even if it's not your team, go out there because it's very much, especially the Frankfurt Stadium. They've got a massive area around them. So there was like DJs playing. There was games. Receiver catch. I didn't do very well. The kicking chance.
Oh yeah. We've all seen that in the blog.
Yep.
You dropped a dolly. It was easier than the interception back throw.
I'm a defensive back. I don't do catching. I do batting away. But yeah, it was brilliant, and it's really worth going out there. Like I said, especially to Frankfurt because they got a massive space there, where they've got the whole area out there. Loads of different things going on. There's a couple of combine stuff where you've got the vertical and the board jump, and there's a few other bits and pieces out there. So it is really, really good out there.
I'm in to see where the games are next year.
Munich.
No, I mean all the international games.
Yeah, we've been trying to work it out who's coming out there. Each team has 17 games. If you've got the 9 home games, that ninth home game, I reckon, should be an international game.
Well, that's why they do it. The teams that have the home games are the ones with the 9th game. So next season, excluding the Jags because that's outside the agreement, it'll be all NFC teams that have home games internationally.
Yep.
And the rumor I've seen is the 49ers versus the Vikings, which will give me logistical issues with tickets.
You've got all your friends. You can add the numbers. Hey, we'll be in media passes there next year, mate, so it's fine.
Yeah. Shane said, are you going to address the absence of your co-host, or did I miss that long?
No.
Shane, I actually addressed it at the start during your job because you're off gallivanting wherever you are. So some of us have to step in and do other people's jobs.
Mr. Harris is currently working. And Mr. Perrins is at McDonald's, as alluded in one of the chats. No, he's not. Yes. He's gone out for a meal with his I think it's with his other half. I hope it's with his other half. Before it's anything else. They both hopefully should be on later on. So they stated too. Shall we address Monday Night Football and the fallout from it?
I want to talk more about the fallout than the actual. So this was a pretty poor game, to be honest. Russell Wilson played well, and nobody else did.
So Russell Wilson's stats this season is pretty good. On his fantasy stats, he's the 4th best quarterback in the league at the moment.
So just quickly, Shane said, sorry, man, coming from work on the bus, shoddy internet.
That old chestnut. So Russell Wilson is playing well.
Imagine having a marriage like Geese.
I have no idea what you mean, Callum.
He says, imagine having a marriage like Giza, and I'm assuming Giza is Mr. Perrins in this situation.
Possibly. So, obviously, Sean Payton had a massive job to do. Turn the Broncos into a half-decent team, which they are starting to do.
Sorry, bro got that Perry Riz, apparently.
Nice. I like that one. Perry Perrins. Love that. And the other one is to get Seahawks, Super Bowl winning Seahawks quarterback Russell Wilson back. And it's taken 8 games, but he has him. He is starting to look. He's scrambling out of the pockets. He's extending plays, and he's making throws. That throw to Cortland Sutherland, that was in the end zone. I mean, none of us has chosen it as our player of the week, which I am quite shocked about.
I'd already decided on my player. So I've got some stats here of some of the top quarterbacks in the league.
Yep.
So Mahomes, 17 TDs, 8 interceptions this year. Jalen Hurts, 15 TDs, 8 interceptions this year. Josh Allen, 19 TDs, 11 interceptions. Lamar, 10 TDs, 5 interceptions. Burrows, 14 TDs, 6 interceptions. Trevor Lawrence, 9 TDs, 6 interceptions. Russell Wilson, 18 TDs, 4 interceptions.
I just want to bring up Mac Jones to compare that really quickly.
Well, Purdy's thrown 5 interceptions. I think he's thrown 11 TDs.
So, obviously, the fallout from this is the Bears will fire Ken Dorsey. I was going to say
Ken because Ken Dorsey is definitely a fault for everything. He's definitely a fault for the 2 fumbles by James Cook. He's definitely He's definitely at fault for the appalling throws by Josh Allen, and it's definitely his fault that the special teams had 12 men on the field for that field goal. That is definitely the offensive coordinator's fault.
More importantly, when are they going to start saying to Josh Allen, start earning your freaking paycheck?
And here's the thing I don't understand. Ken Dorsey's been fired due to poor quarterback play, yes?
Yep.
Josh Allen is a free. And then they've appointed the quarterback coach who has just as much to answer for the regression of Josh Allen as the offensive coordinator, as the new offensive coordinator. They've taken the guy who is probably at fault for the reason the offensive coordinator has been fired and given him the offensive coordinator job. That just seems illogical to me.
How much longer can Sean McDermott last?
Oh, well, I mean, I put him on a hot seat at the start of the season, and I think he has to go at the end of the season. And they need a new OC. The DC seems okay. I know they've lost a lot of positions at D. But also, it's not just Josh Allen.
No.
I'm going to use the Broncos game as an example. James Cook fumbled the ball twice.
Agreed.
The second one was kind of on Josh Allen. And the second interception was on Josh Allen. But the first interception, it was a great ball. He threw a great ball. And Gabe Davis just can't catch.
Gabe Davis is having a bad season.
Agreed.
Last season, he was like, wow, this guy has come to play now. This guy is here. We all remember the game against Chiefs. Outstanding. This guy is brilliant. He is a genuine WR2. I mean, he's still better than the Patriots cornerback, wide receivers you got at the moment, bar Demario Douglas. But I really don't think Gabe Davis is having a good season. There's a lot of players in this, Bills roster at the moment that are playing really poorly, and they are coming to the end of their careers.
Yeah, I think Gabe Davis profited from having Isaiah McKenzie as like another WR2. Now that's gone, and he gets a bit more focus on him, I think, is what's attributing to this bad season. However, on the play that was the first pick, he was open. Ken Dorsey had schemed him open.
Yep.
And then he batted the ball up in the air into the hands of the guy who picked its name is deceiving me, but one of the DBs for the Broncos. That wasn't Jeffrey Simmons.
I can't remember who it is off the top of my head. Is Sean Payton and his Broncos turning the corner with this team now? Because they're now 4-5.
So
they've won.
John has said, I think the Broncos defense stepped up too. Yeah, I do think the Broncos defense had a good game. And I'm not trying to blame everything on the Bills offense. I'm just trying to blame most of it because they played a poor game. And honestly, let's face it, the Bills offense has been pretty poor since London.
I would say even before London, but yeah. So they've won the last 3 games. Denver now. They've beaten the Packers, beaten the Chiefs, and they've beaten the Bills. So the Bills and the Chiefs are meant to be Super Bowl contenders. Okay, now they've beaten so they have turned a corner now. They're going in the right direction. They've got the Vikings, Browns, Texans, Jags. They've still got not Jags, Chargers. So they've still got a tricky 4 games because Josh Dobbs, Vikings is balling. Okay, Browns are now without Deshaun Watson. Texans, CJ Stroud is on fire, and then you've got Justin Herbert's Chargers, who seem to be able to score but can't hold any points back. Can they make a late playoff run?
No.
Don't you think? You think they're out of the playoffs completely, even at 4-5? They're third in the AFC West. Do you not think, because they're in the top, I think they're 10th in their division?
Conference? Yeah, but They're on a hot streak.
Yep.
That hot streak will end, in my opinion, in front of the world on Sunday Night Football this week.
Do you really think it's going to be against? They're going to lose this week against
Vikings.
And I just clicked on the wrong one. Yeah, you're right, Vikings. I clicked on the Browns, not the not the Broncos. Yeah, against the Vikings. I mean, Josh Dobbs' team is outballing at the moment.
And then I think they're in a hard division.
Yep.
Their out of division games, from what I've heard, don't seem like cakewalks either.
No.
So and they're a good team, but they're not a great team. They're 4-5. So I guess how many games are left? They could, I guess, get 12-5, but that's very unlikely. I think they'll probably finish 6-11, 6-12, 6-11.
They got the home to Vikings and the Browns. Then they got Texans away, Chargers away, Lions away. Then they got a source guaranteed win for them. Then they've got the Chargers, and then they're at Las Vegas to finish up. So you got
who's guaranteed to win? The Patriots.
Yeah.
I don't know. You might have sorted your stuff out by then.
Don't be stupid. We'll be playing for the number 1 pick. What are you on about? Yeah, I could see them probably picking up another 3 out of that. I think maybe 4, depending on how it goes in the season.
If they end up 8 and 9, then they may sneak into the playoffs.
Yeah. So Buffalo on the other hand are 5-5. You know, they've only won one. They've only won one in the last 4. You know, they lost to us. They lost to Bengals. They lost to Broncos. They've got the Jets on Sunday Night Football. The late game.
Yeah, I was about to say it's not Sunday night because the Vikings. Yeah, I don't know about.
And then they've got Chiefs. Then they're at the Chiefs, and then at the Eagles and the Chiefs, and then they've got the host and the Cowboys. They've got 4 really difficult games. They could quite easily be 5-9.
Josh Allen's going to need to wake up for those games,
especially against the Chiefs and their defense, even against the Jets and their defense, because that Jets defense is very, very good.
We've got our comment from Shane.
Caleb is a pat. Caleb won't be in the draft in 2024. I don't think he's going to.
We had a little discussion about Mr. Caleb Williams on the chat the other day.
Yes, I still don't think he's a.
I'm not going to say what my take was. But I got it in writing, so I can rub it in everyone's face next year when I'm right.
Tell me off air.
No, I put it in the chat. You commented on it.
You can still tell me off air. I can't be able to go through the chat and look for it now. Sean McDermott, it's Super Bowl or bust for them this season, isn't it? There's a lot there. I think Buffalo are going to be a massive rebuild. They've got so many players that are aging, shall we say?
Yeah, so my question for you is, Ken Dorsey's gone. Joe Brady's interim OC. Is this going to solve the problem?
No. Because it's not going to stop Josh Allen making stupid throws.
I agree with you.
So Josh Allen was this thing, you can get away with him throwing XYZ number of picks because he's going to be able to hit that 60-yard bomb with a flick of the wrist. He's going to be able to bulldoze through a linebacker who's trying to tackle him when he's out of the pocket trying to make the runs. Both of those aren't happening. They're not happening. He's not throwing these big plays. He's not making the big plays like he did against the Chiefs in that game.
No, instead he's throwing it 2 yards wide of the receiver.
His runs aren't as prominent as they were last year.
Prominent, I believe, is the word you're looking for.
That's the word I was looking for, yes. I mean, I'm trying to see rushing. So if you look at his career, which I'm trying to get up because it's been really serious. His rushing career, I mean, he's only rushed through 10 games, 246 yards. The last 2 years, he's rushed 760 plus yards.
What, per season or altogether?
for the last 2 seasons, 21 and 22. He rushed 760 yards through 17 and 16 games. He only missed a game last season for injury.
I mean, there's a
So
serious regression.
he's not even anywhere near it.
Yeah, there's a serious regression there this year.
Yeah. And I don't know if it's because of the play calling or the one that Josh.
Whether this is coaching, whether this is now he's dating Henny Steinfeld, or whether this is something totally different, we don't know.
Trust you to know who Josh Allen's dating.
Well, everyone knows who Travis Kelce's dating, so why not?
Yeah, but that's pretty much rubbed in our face by the NFL.
Why not level the playing field?
True. So yeah, there is a massive regression in there. You know, this is his lowest rushing per average rushing attempt since 2020, where he rushed 4.1 yards per average. He is at 5.1. Every other season, he's been 6.3, 6.1.
How many TDs has he scored this game?
So he's rushed for 7 touchdowns already, which is going to be. He's on. You know, he needs 2 more touchdowns to equal his best in 2019. But he's had more interceptions. He needs 4 more interceptions, and that'll be his highest interception rate since 2021.
I believe he leads the league in interceptions.
He's had 71 interceptions in the league alone since 2018, which, you know, and overall...
I believe I read since he got drafted, he leads the league in interceptions.
Yeah, so he's on 89 now.
Yeah.
1 more than 90. That's, you know, the guy who's got this amazing caliber and this amazing arm. He's one of the most inaccurate players that I know. And I watch Mac Jones every week, who's actually not that inaccurate as he says. As people make out is I know what the New England Patriot problem is, and it's not purely on Mac's door.
It's not just Mac.
That's what I said. It's not purely on Mac's door.
Just like I don't think the Bills' problem is purely on Josh Allen's door. I think there's more to it than that.
So
I think, I mean, that 12 men on the field for that field goal, that was just, that was like Patriots level stupidity.
Yeah, it's madness, isn't it? You know, so yeah. Okay. Let's
Shane's just told us to shut up about the Bills.
Pretty much, yeah. That's how it's gone. So we've let's go on to rookies of said week.
I think there's a bit more news we need to cover, and unfortunately, it's a bit of sad news. And that's the former Chief Devin Wiley and former Raider DJ Hayden have both passed away in the last week.
Yeah, very sad news. They were both Las Vegas Raiders Oakland Raiders players as they were at the time.
Yeah.
Devin Wiley made his name actually in Las Vegas as on special team, not Las Vegas, sorry, Kansas City as a special teamer.
Yeah. What I didn't realize is that Devin Wiley actually played 91 games in the NFL. Oh, not Devin Wiley. DJ Hayden actually played 91 games in the NFL.
Yeah, he's he had a good career. He really did, and it's a shame. You know, he was a cornerback for mainly the Oakland Raiders, but he was, you know, he's drafted by the Oakland Raiders.
Also played in Detroit and Jacksonville.
Yeah, we saw him over here in the UK. Played for Jacksonville, you know, it's 2020, and was on the practice squad for the Washington football team. You know, 328 tackles, 4 interceptions, and 48 pass deflections over his 8-year career. Yeah, 8-year career. The former first-round pick in 2013. So he had a good career about him, a really good career. It's always sad. I mean, he was only 33, so he was very young. And Devin Wiley wasn't much older either. And it's sad when these players lose their life so early. You know, we go on about how it's sad when we lose experienced players and all these players that, you know, we've spent years and years and years about. we've seen grow up, say, and all this, like Joe Montana and people like that. I'm not saying Joe Montana's.
I was about to say, have I missed that Joe Montana's died? Because that was
No,
big
no.
news.
So yeah, I mean, but when they are so young, I mean, Devon Wiley was only 35, so these guys
Yeah.
are younger than me and younger than, I think, younger than Shane, and same age
Yeah.
as Ian, same age as Phil. So it's horrid when these events happen.
Yes.
I'm sorry to
Yeah.
extend our
Yeah, our thoughts go
unfortunate friends and
to
family.
their family, yeah, at this time. So, on to player and rookie of the week, I guess.
It is indeedy.
The tweets were out earlier this week.
It is indeedy. So, Mr. Perrins chose Mr. Brock Purdy. To be fair, I'll let you discuss this one because you know more what Brock did this
Well,
week.
I mean, Brock had a hell of a game.
Yep.
It
Makes a change.
was 296 yards, 3 TDs, no interceptions, and he just looked back to Brock Purdy from last season. It's a bit of a full circle moment this weekend now.
Yep.
Because his first start ever was at home to the Bucks, and this week we're playing home to the Bucks.
Nice.
But yeah, Purdy had a hell of a game. Niners had a hell of a game. He spearheaded it. That first touchdown, I think the less said about that, the better. Have you seen it?
Probably not.
Purdy rolled out left and threw to Ayuk in triple coverage, and somehow Ayuk caught it.
Nice. Yeah, I was probably on a train station. No, I was at a train station that time, so I did hear Scott Hanson's Dorset tones as we were walking towards the train station because they had a massive.
However, I believe we'll see his second touchdown to Kittle later in plays of the week.
Yes. So Mr. Harris took Dak Prescott. His stats, were like 26 from 35 attempts.
It doesn't count. They were playing the Giants. It doesn't count.
Four touchdowns, 1 pick. Which
the Giants are the only team that are worse than the Patriots this season.
Yeah, you're pretty. I can't like. Nah, Panthers as well.
Yeah, but my point is, if you're going to beat up on the Giants, I'm not sure it really counts as a game. It's like England. It's like England tomorrow playing Malta. If you score 6 goals, it doesn't count. You're playing Malta.
Sorry, all the Maltese fans going on out there. Yeah, I mean, great stats, really good. You could only beat the older phrase. You can only beat what's in front of you, and they have. They've beaten them down. It's a divisional matchup.
I mean, I say that, but then I picked CeeDee Lamb as my player of the week. So.
Yep. As you just said, you picked CeeDee Lamb. Go for it.
Well, rushing touchdown and a receiving touchdown. I think it was 155 yards. I've been very professional, not written his stats down.
Very bad. Very, very bad.
I think it was 10 receptions for about 155 yards, plus 1 rushing attempt, which was in a touchdown. So you got 2 touchdowns overall, and he's becoming that guy in Dallas for Dak.
Yeah, completely.
I think it's the third week in a row he's had double-digit receptions. And over 100 yards. It's definitely been the last 2 weeks. But let's not forget this is the team that beat the Giants 40-0 earlier this season.
Yeah, completely. Yeah, completely.
So Ollie, who did you pick for player of the week?
So I'm going to confess, I haven't seen that much football because Red Zone wasn't showing in Germany. So the only 2 games that I really fully focused on was the Giants against the Lions, which was a bloody good game, to be fair. And the other one was Mr. Perez is trying to phone me, which is quite interesting. And the other one was no, this was the Lions Chargers, and the other one was the Ravens Bengals game. So this was a brilliant game. So I was really impressed with Keenan Allen. This is the best I've seen Keenan Allen play in a long time. He had 11 receptions from 14 targets for 175 yards and
And
2
we
touchdowns.
have Perry Perrins here.
Hey, you're right.
At the train station by the looks of it.
I am at a train station, yeah. I said I was going back tonight, Jack.
You finished from Bucky's?
Yes, I did, yes. Yeah.
We had people asking after you at the show earlier, and your new nickname is Perry Perrins.
Who said that? One of the stupid kids?
Somebody said you had that Perry Riz, and we went from that.
Of course. Well, to be fair, they're not very original, are they, the children?
Callum's just coming calling you the goat.
I am the goat. Thank you very much, Callum. You're always one of my favourites.
Most
So,
definitely.
Do you have a view on your player of the week, Mr. Brock Purdy?
Yeah. So, Brock Purdy. Do you know what? The best quarterback in pro football, Brock Purdy. I don't understand why we have to defend or talk about it as much as we have to. He is literally the best quarterback in pro football today. The fact that he was playing well on our 3 losses says everything about him. But yeah, I'm over the moon with Brock Purdy, MVP candidate.
MVP candidate CJ Stroud.
Was CJ Stroud the one that won the vote?
No, it was won by Keenan Allen, CeeDee Lamb, and Dak Prescott. All with the same votage. What are you? Oh,
Yeah.
Pepsi. It generally is
to-
drinking Pepsi Parents.
Yeah. Did CJ Stroud win the Rookie of the Week vote?
He did win Rookie of the Week, yes, which was Mr. Perrins. I believe that was your Rookie of the Week, CJ.
Yes, I thought it was really good. Yeah.
I mean, it seems I've just started picking Dalton Kincaid every week.
Yeah. So we had CJ
Oh,
Stroud.
but the whole band.
Well, why not make it a foursome in it? If he's making the effort, why shouldn't I?
You're just in time to tell us about your Rookie of the Week, Mr. Harris.
Do you know what? I can't remember who it was. That's unprofessional of me.
Jamar Gibbs. You took Jamar Gibbs. Mr. Perrins took CJ Stroud. Mr. Hope took Dalton Kincaid. And I took Bijan.
Right, Jimmy Gibbs, yeah, running back for the Lions. Played really well. Against the Chargers, I believe it was.
Correct.
Like I said, I'm thoroughly unprepared, so I'm going to riff for a bit. Yeah. What were the stats, boys? Any idea?
I will get it for you now.
2 DBs.
There we go. And that's what puts points in the board. That's what wins games.
It does indeed. I mean, him and David Montgomery have got that double act running back going again, haven't they?
They have indeed, but they have indeed. I want to watch because I'm obviously walking home from the bus stop. I don't want to get hit by any cars, you know. Otherwise, I'll be the most attractive corpse that there's ever been.
Most definitely. So we're going to book play of the week really quickly. So we will see you guys in about 1 minute and 13 seconds after this VT. Roll VT, Mr. Hope.
Oh yeah, sorry, I was unprepared. Just talk about. Here you go.
Williams had a block and Brown had a block. The 2 tackles go and deep. He's got him. Chase at the 20. You can kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Cincy. Here comes Jeffrey Simmons. Mayfield able to get it to White. And he's got room to run. Rashad White inside the 20, the 10, 5, dives, and he is in for a touchdown.
Get him on the ground.
Second down and short here. Purdy has one-on-one. George Kittle, goodbye! Heave-ho and a touchdown!
Run on their side. We got to match that physicality.
Trenton Gill fields at the 24, escapes. Nice run back. Only one man to beat. And Gill down the sidelines, skirting the sidelines, and takes it all the way in, but there's a flag down.
I still don't know how Purdy gets that throw.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? I mean, Mr. Perrins told me that, and I was like, yeah, okay, that's a good play. I'll give you that one because he had about 12 players in his face when he threw that ball. It was really good play. So Mr.
You know
Perrins,
what it's like? We don't like admitting the fact that the Niners done well. But fair play on that play, they did.
really good play. So that was Mr. Perrins. I chose Burrows Jamar Chase. I just think it was a really good, it was a really good pass. It was off his back foot, and he rolled out really well for that one from Joe Burrows.
I chose the punt return on Thursday night.
The only good play of the night.
The only thing the Panthers have done well this season.
True. And Mr. Harris chose Rashad White TD run.
Callum's come in saying, bro's just in a train.
Is he in a train or is it a bus?
No, I think
He's
it's
on a train now, boy.
Nice. So, that really does conclude week 10 of the NFL. It's been a good. We're over the halfway point now. So it's been really good, to be fair. Really enjoyed that one. So let's roll on to week 11. And where is it? It starts tonight with Mr. Harris's boys.
I'm terrified. Okay. After us falling apart Sunday against the Browns, I've been terrified for this game all week. Not just the fact that it's on at 1:15 in the morning and I've got work the following day. It depends what team turns up, really. If the team that turned up against the Seahawks and the Lions turn up, it'll be an easy win. But if the team that turns up, like the team that turned up against the Steelers or the Colts or the Browns, we're going to get massacred. But then saying that, it's the same with the Bengals. You don't know which Bengals team is going to turn up.
I was going to say, it's the same with the Bengals, because if you get the Bengals against the Niners, you'll get massacred. If you get the Bengals against the Texans, you have a chance.
Exactly, yeah.
You've got a chance now because obviously Sam Hubbard's out and T. Higgins are both out. So there's a couple of big players on both sides are both gone out.
Yeah, we've got a couple of injuries as well. Marlon Humphrey isn't fit, and neither is Ronnie Stanley. So we're missing those. But other than that, it's not too bad. You know, Lamar's there, Keaton Mitchell, another game for Keaton Mitchell to watch tonight. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. As I said, I'm not going to predict anything because I'm just like really on the fence over this one. Obviously, I can hope for a win, and hopefully the boys will pull it out.
Yeah,
Phil,
it's really good.
Do you have anything about tonight?
I do. I mean, who do you reckon's going to win the game? Like, if the game's on the line, who are you going to be following? Are you going to be following Lamar, or are you going to be following Burrow? Who's going to win you the game?
I think I have more faith in Burrow winning me a game than Lamar.
Yeah.
I know why you're saying that, and I get why you're saying that. But also, Lamar has the advantage of using his legs as well. Burrow's not known for his scrambling ability, you know?
I don't know. I reckon Burrows could scramble quite a bit if needs be.
Burrow can use his legs when needed.
Most definitely.
Just because he's not a running back doesn't mean he can't use his legs.
Have a minute now. You've won one game in 4 and you're on your high horse again. Fantastic. If you don't fall off your high horse, mind.
Joe Burrow's stats this season are...
I mean, we've got Burrow a massive lead in the fourth quarter.
Oh, no, we do that all the time. It wouldn't be Ravens football if we didn't do that.
Joe Burrow's actually rushed for... He's not quite made the 1,000 yards yet. He was 257 yards yesterday. So this guy can scramble and move if he needs to be. And
the big question is, though, has he tried to high five a ref and been totally left hanging?
What, like Tom Brady?
Yeah.
That was the whole bloody team, wasn't it? Yeah. Mr. Perez, before you vanish on the signal, is there any game that you're looking forward to? Bar obviously you taking part of the boat.
He's gone. No, Mackies. He must have enjoyed our Mackies. He completely ditched us in favour of a Big Mac. Like, does that show how much we actually mean to him? Terrible.
I know. I mean, there is some good games this weekend, to be fair. I'm looking forward to. Obviously, I like seeing the Texans against the Cardinals. I think that's going to be a good game. You know, Kyler Murray's second game back.
It's the other NFC West teams I'm actually most interested in, with Seahawks and Rams.
Really? Wow.
It's two teams I really dislike, and if an asteroid wants to hit there and we just forget those two teams ever existed, that'll be fine. But I am interested.
I feel the same way when Liverpool beat Man City.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Isn't that the weekend after?
Don't know. Don't care. In all honesty.
I'm gonna loop this back around really quickly. CJ Stroud. Can this guy win MVP in his rookie year? He is that good. Hey?
No. Something in Welsh, and then he left.
No.
I don't think he can.
I reckon he's got a chance. 15 touchdowns.
Not sure who's
2,600 yards.
Not sure who's gonna win it, but I don't think they'll give it to Stroud.
He would deserve it if he did win it.
Okay, I don't think you can say that after week 10.
At week 10, I think I can. He's definitely should have been the number one pick, and I think Panthers are going, uh-oh, as well. But
I think if Stroud carries on as he's going, then yes, but I don't think he will. Every week, there's more tape on him. Defenses start to figure him out, and there's a thing called the rookie wall for a reason. I know Max hit the rookie wall for about 3 seasons now, but I think Stroud will hit the rookie wall.
So I've seen a couple of things now. I've watched a couple of things about him, and it's quite interesting because obviously he's got Case Keenum as his QB3. Obviously, that veteran guy. And they've got this Davis Mills.
Oh yeah.
So they've got this connection, CJ, in Case. They go around, they've got all the quarterbacks, they go around, like Case Keenum and his wife, Davis Mills and his partner, and then CJ Stroud. So he's like fifth wheeling it. They have a real good connection between the three of them. So that's helping this kid go into how well he is. Obviously, Case Keenum's been around the league for, I've lost count how many times he's been around the league. Hey, he's back in the house. And and
that's so much warmer.
And CJ Stroud, like when they're in the QB meetings with him, CJ Stroud will, if they say something about this and he doesn't like it because he's his rookie quarterback, he gives Chase Keenum a look, and they're like, and Chase Keenum, I don't like that. I think we should try this instead. And the quarterback coach or the OC will go, oh, actually, that's a good idea. So it actually worked. You know, they've got a really good dynamic in that quarterback room in Texans at the minute.
Okay, that's interesting. How did you read that or what?
Social media videos of a certain platform.
Okay, is it a certain platform formerly known as Twitter?
No, it's not that one actually.
Okay,
it begins with T, and it's 6 letters.
Oh, it's that one.
Yeah, it's that one.
The one that me and Shane know absolutely nothing about.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I don't know what he's talking about.
No, so it's really interesting to find out. Like, I love, I follow all the teams on there, and it's really good to go see these videos that they put out and see things like that, and it's interesting and understanding how these players are developing and how these skills go on. I really like it. It'd be good to, if they have it as a Hard Knocks next season, I think it'd be really good in Texans.
Well, they probably can. Actually, no, the Texans might make the playoffs.
True that indeed. They're 7th ranked at the moment. So Mr. Harris sat down below us, chose this week's prediction games, but he has his hand up, so he'd like to ask a question.
No. I was just doing just signifying that it was me.
Doing a little, that was me.
Yeah, that was me.
Little pump, fist pump. Explain the games for you, Mr. Harris. Ooh.
Thank you. It's only been 2.5 years. You still can't get my name right. I think we should have name badges.
We do down here.
Yeah, well, so why can't he read then? I'll put that down to old age. Anyway, I thought the games this week were a little one-sided, to be fair. But I did go with the exciting AFC North matchup of the Browns and the Steelers. Obviously, you had to go with go on.
It would have been really exciting until Deshaun Watson went out injured.
Yeah.
As I said in our group chat, what couldn't happen last week, we may have beaten them. And you can't look past these games this weekend without looking at the Super Bowl rematch of the Chiefs and the Eagles as well.
Yep.
Josh Dobbs against the resurgent Russell Wilson. Vikings versus Broncos is another one I had my eye on as well. I think that'll be a very interesting matchup. Like the boys mentioned earlier on in the show, I feel that the Broncos may have turned the corner and they may just sneak into the playoffs. And then
we want to talk about it for a bit longer, but we got shouts out on the chat.
It does that, yeah. Boys, it's like I'm a director. Honestly, you pick a talk for ages. And then I went for the dumpster fire, which is going to be the Commanders and the New York Giants. Gentlemen, what do you think?
So the scores are running on the bottom. I've extended my lead somehow to now 5 points over Mr. Hope and Mr. Harris.
Me and you picked exactly the same games last week. So,
Mr. Perrin, sorry, for the first time,
somehow gained 6 points. I'm not quite sure how. So I think Ollie needs to check his. I think Ollie needs to check his maths.
No, I forgot to add last week, so he is gone from it was on 19 last week, not 17. But for the first time this season, he actually got 4 out of 4 right. But we won't tell him that because he'll get too big headed.
Oh yeah, that's big enough as it is.
Who'd like to go first for the Browns against Steelers?
Me, pick me.
Go on, Ember, go for it.
Okay. I read just before I came on the show that Dorian Thompson-Robinson is starting for the Browns this week.
Yeah.
He was pretty poor last time. No Nick Chubb to lean on. I'm going the Pittsburgh Steelers to win. And Drew has just came in saying, "Evening, boys. Good to see that hoodie, Shane, my boy."
Boy loves a bit of ghost, doesn't he? Happy birthday, young Neil, because you weren't on Monday, even though you said you would be. But I completely understand there. Your Swiss miss is in the country, so you're going to bin me off for at least 2 weeks until she goes home, and I completely get that. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, the both of you.
Fair enough. Shano, Browns versus Steelers.
And as much as I hate to say it, and you know I do, I got to go with the Steelers on this one. Baby Hope yeah, I know, I don't like saying it. I feel a bit sick, you know. Yeah, as I said, Baby Hope is spot on. I think with Dorian Thompson-Robinson, I think PJ Walker is a better second choice, to be fair. And without Kareem Hunt, I mean, that defense is the only thing that is good about the Browns. Maybe David Njoku as well. I saw something on Twitter yesterday. What if the Browns picked up a phone and sort of got a free agent on the line and convinced him to come and play in the Factory of Sadness, come out of retirement, the likes of your Brady or your Drew Brees or someone of that ilk? Do you think they go far if they had a decent quarterback fit?
I think they go further.
I was watching Colin Howard the other day, and Cleveland have an issue of picking bad quarterbacks. Johnny Manziel. Baker Mayfield's not. He's got better since he's left Cleveland. You know, they have this issue of not having a good quarterback. You know, they could be the number 1 pick and still wouldn't pick Caleb Williams. Or
Caleb, we had this conversation. Caleb Williams is not going to go number 1.
I know.
I'm not even sure he's going to go top
5. So, like you said, this Browns defense is legit. It is a really good defense.
Yeah, we saw that last week firsthand.
And I really do like it, but I think without I think if they started PJ Walker, I probably would have leaned on Cleveland because
Same.
that guy can actually play football, and like DTR. But yeah, I just think it's a Pittsburgh win. I do. Probably the game of the week: Chiefs against the Eagles.
It's Monday Night Football, I believe.
Wow. Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yes,
I had
it
to
is.
pick
Yeah.
that. It's an incredible game. You can't leave that out.
No, it's very true, mate.
I'm torn with this one, but I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna go Eagles. I think this year more complete team than the Chiefs, and I think the Eagles will want revenge for what happened in the Super Bowl. And we now know that Jason Kelce is a better singer than Travis Kelce.
I will share their song, their Christmas song. They've done a
Fairy Tale of Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. Yeah, they've done a new version of Fairy Tale in New York, the Christmas song by the Pogues, and I can't remember her name.
Kirsty McCall.
I'm a bit gutted there's no featuring Taylor Swift in there, to be honest.
Not yet. Give it time.
You're the biggest Swiftie than you are a Niners fan.
I'm not. Can we just talk about Taylor Swift? Can we just talk about Taylor Swift for 1 minute about how she changed lyrics in one of her songs while Travis Kelce was there?
Yes, sad. Very sad.
That's all I'll say about Taylor Swift before we move on. But yes,
I'm going to counteract this balance. I think that KC have still got. I don't know. I'm not sure that Philadelphia have got out of second gear, fully got out of second gear yet. You know, they were lucky to beat us. Yeah. You know, they beat the Vikings, they beat the Bucks, they beat Commanders. You know, the only decent, twice. The only decent team they beat in this year are probably the Commanders.
Miami
don't beat a team over 500 record.
So until they do that, they're imposters.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, you know, I just think KC have got a slightly weaker record, but they've beaten the Jags. They've beaten the Vikings. They've beaten the Broncos. They've beaten the Chargers. They've beaten the Dolphins.
I'm sorry. Niners proved last week it's not hard to beat the Jags.
That was a fluke performance by you guys, and you've got to admit it. So I am going to go. I'm rolling with KC. I just believe in Mahomes a bit more than
I don't. There's the thing. I don't think it was a fluke. I think the last 3 weeks were a fluke.
Shano.
What just dismantled another Florida team this week?
People can say a lot about Baby Hope, and they do. But one thing they cannot say about him is that he doesn't know anything about football. I think he's spot on when it comes to the Eagles, and I'm going for the Eagles win as well.
I mean, there is a reason why I'm in the lead, but yeah, okay.
At least I'm in the same postcode this year.
Yeah, that's true. Vikings Broncos. I am jumping on the Josh Dobbs train because it is just rolling. It is absolutely superb at the moment. He is playing outstanding football. I've seen a video of Kevin O'Connell just shocked and speechless by his touchdown run last week. So I am sitting on the Josh Dobbs train, and I am one way track all the way to the win.
Well, Mr. Butler Henderson, I am joining you on the Josh Dobbs train.
Nice. Thank you.
And I will also go Vikings. Josh Dobbs. Addison is on a bit of a mad one. TJ Hawkinson too. I know Jefferson's not going to be back for this game, but Mattison's looking better. Cam Akers, I'm not sure Cam Akers is back actually.
Cam Akers done for the season.
Oh, well, then Cam Akers isn't back. But Mattison's looking better. A bit of Ty Chandler sprinkled in there. The defense is looking good. I'm going for the Vikings.
Nice. And that is Sunday Night Football. This game as well, aren't you?
What about you, Shane?
As much as I want to, get some room on the Josh Dobbs Express, I think I'm going to shake things up a little bit. I think the Broncos' confidence is at an all-time high after beating the Chiefs and the Bills recently. So I don't see why they can't derail the Josh Dobbs train. I'm going for Denver.
Nice. And then we've got the NFC least matchup. Washington against the Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito on the Giants.
Led Giants. Oh my God! If Patriots don't beat them next week, there's something.
Riverboat won for the win.
Yeah.
I don't need to say more than that. I mean, Tommy DeVito is interesting, but he's not a great quarterback. And Sam Howell is an actual proper NFL quarterback.
Yeah, I don't get how this guy is a actual NFL player. I really don't get it at all.
What was it? 86 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions last week against the Cowboys?
Yep. I mean, I'm just going to look at the quarterbacks they have that are available at the moment that New York could have taken. So you got Chad Henne, Joe Flacco, CJ Beathard, Chase Daniels, just to name 4.
Kaepernick.
Cam Newton, Colin Kaepernick. There's 6 quarterbacks. The guy they could have taken, yet they decided not to. Nick Foles. They could have taken Carson Wentz.
Yeah, they passed on him.
They passed on him, and he ended up in LA, for crying out loud. And probably going to start this week as well, because Stafford is like that as well. It's what is going on? Why are you?
Just quickly, Drew has gone. Cheers, Shane. Catch you sometimes, Butty.
You better add.
Are you doubling down on Washington, Shane?
Yes, I think I am, because the Giants are just awful. I mean, Saquon reminds me of someone like Devontae Adams. Very good player, very, very good player, but in a poor team with poor culture. I mean, Phil is high on Antonio Pierce coming in and, righting the ship. But I don't see it in Las Vegas, and I don't see it in New York either. I think, if any team was a contender could cherry pick somebody from the Commanders, it would be McLaurin. And McLaurin basically drives the offense. I'm not sold on Sam Howell. Personally, I start Brissett myself. But, yeah, I'm definitely going for Commanders win.
Shane, I'm not sure if you saw earlier on the show, I said the Giants were the only team worse than the Patriots.
Yeah, I mean, I've held back on the Patriots banter because I know it upsets our buddy. But it's hard not to see it now. It's hard not to say anything.
Caring now, mate.
I don't care. There's a person I go like this. La, la, la. What do you reckon, Mr. Hope?
Mr. Bella Henderson.
I'm tripling down. I'm going Washington.
Yeah.
And Eric the Enemy will be the OC next, the head coach next year in
I'm
Washington.
not even sure it will be. I reckon Josh House is going to want to bring in his totally new guy.
If you look at potential head coaches, I really like Ben Johnson from the Lions, the OC down there, because it's second season there, and Lions offense is cooking.
Yeah.
Absolutely cooking. It's ridiculous how good they are at the moment. We will get, as you see now, we've got some new things, so I'll get Mr. Perrin's predictions, and then we'll put them up. So we'll get those up at ASAP as soon as I can. Mr. Harris, I do wish you all the best of luck tonight.
Thank you very much, Brett. Let me just show it off. Hopefully we can come away with a dub, hopefully.
You haven't got your cup to match mine, though.
My cup's downstairs. I use it too much. The paint's starting to come off it.
Oh, mate, that's not good. It's no good at all.
I know. I was not using the glass.
As per usual, this podcast will be up on Spotify tomorrow morning at 8:30. I believe the 4 of us will be back on Monday.
Oh, yes.
For once, I don't need to slag off the Patriots.
Yeah, and then just a reminder for those of you next week. It's Thanksgiving, I believe, next week.
Yep.
So we will be going live on Monday and Wednesday not Monday and Thursday, due to the fact that there's NFL on Thursday night from 5:30 UK time.
Yeah.
I might do a special of prediction games. I might go for 7.
Ooh, 7. That,
Exciting.
huh.
And as I said earlier on Facebook, I'm not sure if anybody noticed, but I'll repeat it for people that didn't see it. We are on 73 subscribers on YouTube at the moment. I want to push towards 100, or we want to push towards 100 before the end of the year. So I basically said that there's going to be a competition going on between now and the end of the year. If we get to 100 subscribers, we'll basically do a draw and somebody will win something nice. And it may be autographs on a placard you can put on top of the mantelpiece. It may be a t-shirt. Don't know yet, I haven't decided. But the push to 100 starts now.
And Mr. Harris is paying for it with his new job. He starts on Monday.
I'm a minute now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be back Monday, 8:30. Until then, stay safe and good night.
Go Ravens!